Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, welcome back to another market open stream. Is today the day? Is today the magical day where Bitcoin hits $100,000? The historic six-figure, it's the magical mystic number that we've been talking about since the very beginning. Is today going to be the day? Last night, those of you guys that joined in, we had 11,000 people join in last night. It was absolutely wild. We witnessed Bitcoin break through 95, 96, 97, where we are right now. Are we going to witness history once again? Are we going to break that six figures and never look back? Well, maybe. Let's talk about what happened yesterday and what may be happening today and what's going to happen going forward. And let's talk about some of today's hottest crypto. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at this. We are only 3% away from $100,000. Actually, while we were sleeping in the US, we actually went as high as 98,000. We came back down a little bit, but man, we are getting closer and closer and closer and closer. It's almost like a dream, guys. I mean, it really is like a dream. You know, you just got to zoom out a little bit to realize that, hey, remember when I was still drawing this? Remember when I was like still drawing this and people were complaining like, why are we in the 60s? Why are we still in the 50s? Why are we dipping? You remember these times? It seemed like it was like years ago. No, that was just like a month ago, guys. Back in November. We're still in November now. Back in October, we were still in the 50s and 60s. Now we're talking about going to $100,000. It's kind of crazy how things have changed within such a short amount of time. It is really crazy. And today, you know, a lot of you guys complaining about ETH. You know what? ETH actually made a move today. Look at that. ETH went up 10%. So those of you guys that been really complaining about ETH, well, there you go. ETH, the ETH gods listened. But today the real story is some of the L2s. OP went up 30+%, and Arbitrum went up 20-something percent. So if you're looking to make a trade, these two are the ones that you should be looking at. But anyways, moving forward, before we get back to more charts, let's look at the U.S. market today. Today's a pretty green day. NVIDIA reported last night. Somehow analysts were disappointed. And then, you know, aftermarket shares went down. Now it's up. But you know what's up? This guy's company, Saylor's company, Microstrategy, up 11%. Once again, new high above $500. It is heading to 600, 118 billion market cap, unstoppable, just like Bitcoin. Nothing is stopping Bitcoin. Nothing is stopping Microstrategy and Michael Saylor. He has figured out a way to keep it going. 94% year to date. I think after today, it's 100% year to date. These two, if you have stocks and you have crypto, all you need are these two right here. You just need MicroStrategy stock and you need Bitcoin, and your portfolio has been skyrocketing this entire year. Nothing has outperformed these two. There's nothing, literally, not even NVIDIA. As hot as NVIDIA has been, MicroStrategy has outperformed it. And a lot of people have been asking me about like, you know, miner stocks, right? Mining stocks. And I've been, my friend's been sending me articles like, well, MicroStrategy is so big now, right? There must be better plays on mining stocks. No, nothing's going to outperform MicroStrategy in terms of like a Bitcoin play because they have no competition. And Saylor's now the Bitcoin Jesus. It's just not going to be outperformed, just like Bitcoin. Even though we have a lot of alts right now, when Bitcoin dominance is on the rise, you guys know nothing's outperforming Bitcoin. So that's why you just need to have both in your portfolio. You're not going to lose. And look at this, the Saylor Tracker, right? A lot of people like to make fun of the fact that Saylor likes to buy at the top, not at the bottom. It doesn't really matter, okay? In a bear market, it looks kind of stupid. In a crypto winter, you know, you could make fun of him that he buys at the top. You know what really matters is you're just DCAing along the way, okay? I mean, his latest purchase, look at that one. The latest purchase right here, that was a huge purchase, a $4.6 billion purchase at an average price of $88,000. $88,000. That raised his average price up tremendously. But you know what? He's still in the green, considering that we're at $97,000, right? And we may, after we surpass the 100,000, we may never see 5-digit Bitcoin again. So it really doesn't matter. If you're a long-term holder, what matters is you need to just keep DCAing, because if you understand the concept, there's just not enough to go around, right? Saylor always makes this analogy that Bitcoin is like cyber Manhattan, okay? There's only so much space, and the world wants a piece of it. So right now, everyone's fighting for what's left over, but once it's gone, and the price will only increase, and it's actually a pretty good one because there will only be 21 million. And now you're seeing the world realize how scarce it is, and everyone's fighting for a little bit of it. That's why the price is going up and skyrocketing, right? He has figured it out. That's why everyone loves MicroStrategy stock now. You know who doesn't like their decision to sell Bitcoin? The German government. You know, they had 50,000 Bitcoin earlier this year. They sold it all at $55,000 in July. They had some archaic law that said that they had to sell. I mean, they basically lost out at 100% profit. A cool $2.35 billion. I mean, on a grand scheme of things, obviously, for an entire country, 2.35 billion is probably not a whole lot. They probably have trillions in debt anyways. But still, a cool 2.35 billion, I'll take that. You know, they could have gave it to me. I mean, there's still a lot to miss out on, you know. Anyways, now Polymarket predicts that Bitcoin will hit 100,000 by the end of the year, and there's a 93% chance. No duh. Even yesterday or the day before, it was like 73% chance. Like, come on, who's making these predictions? You could have made a ton by betting a few days ago. Anyone could have told you. I could have told you. It's a 99% chance. Like, how is it still at 93% chance? We could hit it like today. We could hit it in the next 5 minutes. So, I don't know. It's going to come, guys. You just have to be patient. Let it come. It may correct a little bit, but you know what? There's no doubt we're still, what? We're still like 2 weeks out? How much time do we have? No, we have a full week. A full week before December, and that's when the Santa rally comes, and that's when things could get even crazier. Yeah, last night I checked, we're up like 35% for this month alone, and that's compounded on top of 11% October, on top of 7% in September. And if we have another 35% in December, on top of what we're going to have this month, that's crazy. We're going to end up at being like 125,000 by the end of December. Actually, I wouldn't mind if we actually had a breather. Like, it's actually getting really nutty. Like, you know, I think you guys know this. We're going up so fast, it's making me sad. It's making me sad because it's getting really, really, really hard to accumulate. It's really getting really hard to accumulate at 97,000 Bitcoin. And soon, 100,000 Bitcoin. It's getting really darn hard. Anyways, last night, again, 11,000 of you guys tuned in and watched a whole bunch of people get wrecked. A lot of shorts get wrecked. 15 million, 33 million, 15 million, 23 million, 49 million. A whole bunch of people getting wrecked. Just don't short Bitcoin, guys. You want to go long, great. You want to sell because you think we're too high, fine. But don't short Bitcoin. The easiest way to lose money, especially in a bull market when we have great news every single hour, it seems like, the fastest way to lose money right now is to short Bitcoin. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. I just don't know why you would do it, but there are still many that are trying to attempt it. All right, moving forward, what else is there? Open interest on CME surpasses 215,000 for the first time. Obviously, Wall Street is going nutty right now. FOMO is a real thing. Wall Street FOMO is a real thing. I've always coined this before, and now it's more true than ever. FOMO hits everyone. FOMO is not just like, FOMO isn't just like a retail thing, even though it hits retail the hardest because retail is not as disciplined as Wall Street people. But Wall Street, they're just full of people. Everyone's just people. Wall Street feels FOMO too. Those hedge funds, they have to make their gains too. They have to show performance. Traders, they watch what everyone else is doing, right? So when Wall Street picks up on something, they FOMO hard as well. So right now, the hottest trade there is Bitcoin. That's why everyone is jumping in. Why do you think Microstrategy is going up 10, 11, 12% every single day? If you look at a chart of MicroStrategy, it is so overbought, but it never comes down. It's due to FOMO. No one wants to miss out on the juicy gains of MicroStrategy right now. This is a pure example of FOMO. And same thing with ETFs. That's why Bitcoin continues to go upwards. This is FOMO. No one wants to miss out. Okay? So obviously, Wall Street is feeling the FOMO. That's why we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep on going and going and going. And you're seeing that. The ETFs hit $100 billion in assets. This is just the Bitcoin ETFs. The Bitcoin ETFs have soaked up more than 5% of the supply already. And that's within 10 months. 10 months, guys. Not even a year. In 10 months, 5% of the supply. Do the math. In another 10 months, that's going to be at least 10% of the supply. Supply shock is going to be real. That's assuming that the pace stays the same, which you guys know will not be. The pace will accelerate because the FOMO will increase, especially when the new administration comes in and starts putting Bitcoin on his balance sheet, and everyone turns super bullish and more pro crypto. So there's just not enough to go around, guys. So my point is, pick up what you can now, grab what you can, because things next year are even going to get crazier. There will be even more FOMO from Wall Street, from everyone around the world. Retail will get FOMO-ish too. Right now, Google searches and everything are still showing that, you know, retail's not really in it. But retail is going to come back. Retail is going to come back hard too. Maybe not so much for Bitcoin, but like the alts and everything, memes, it's going to explode. Everything is going to come back really, really strong. And the FOMO is going to be all around. So we're like we're at the beginnings of this bull run. Even though it's been so great, this is really the beginnings. And it's going to be marvelous. Yesterday's inflow, if you guys care, led by BlackRock once again, no surprise, 773 million. I have a feeling today is going to be absolutely monstrous. It's going to be even better than yesterday, considering we're at 97.3. We may be hitting 100,000 today. I don't know. It's just going to be, it's just going to go up even higher. You know, what else is there to say? Bitcoin, in terms of a currency, is now the 12th largest in the world in terms of a dollar amount. Okay. Surpassed Taiwan dollars. It's bigger than the Swiss franc. It's about to surpass the Australian and Brazilian dollars. If you think about that for a second, it's the 12th largest, most valuable currency already. Just think about that for a second. This is a digital asset created out of thin air by a couple of guys in their basement. Think about it. Think about how far we've come in 15 years. And as a market cap, Bitcoin is now sitting at number 7, right below Amazon. We are above Tesla, Meta, Silver, and we're right below Amazon. And we push up a little bit more, we will be above Amazon and Google soon. And then we'll be right below Microsoft. And it's fitting because next month, Saylor, Big Daddy Saylor, is going to make a presentation to Microsoft's board and make a case why they should be buying Bitcoin with their $100 billion worth of cash is sitting around. And if Microsoft, and they're going to put it to a vote too, if Microsoft decides to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, think about it. You think Nvidia is not going to follow? Apple is not going to follow? Google and Amazon, they're not going to follow? As soon as Microsoft votes and decides, yes, we're going to put Bitcoin on our balance sheet, all these guys will, because they have hundreds of billions of dollars of cash just sitting there being wasted because of inflation. And they can't do anything with that cash because of all these antitrust stuff that's going to happen, because they can't make any acquisitions. Like, they can't. Amazon can't do anything for fears that Walmart or anyone else is going to sue them. Same thing with Google, same thing with Apple, and same thing with Nvidia. They're going to be sued left and right if they try to acquire anyone else. So, oh man, look at this. We're at 97.7. We're going to try to test 98 again. All right. So if that happens, you know, this breakout is going to go up even further. It's going to be tremendous. You know, we're ready. We're ready there. I mean, we're about to break 100, but you know, when it does, I don't know where we're going ahead. I mean, after 100, guys, I mean, I'll show you guys. I don't even know how to chart it because there's no lines I could draw after 100. It's all like just guesses. I guess you could try to do Fibonacci levels or something, but like beyond 100 is just, it's just open air. It's like going to space and you're just trying to like, you know, it's just all discovery at that point. Like I really don't know. There's nothing above there. After 100, we could go straight up to 110, 120. You know, you just don't know when it's going to stop. And here's the exciting thing. If you're looking at where we are right now, exciting as it has been, the parabolic phase actually starts after where we are. If you look at the last few cycles, let's say the last cycle, man, the last cycle went up 600% after this point, and the one before that went up 500% or 490%. Man, so we still have a long way to go, guys. We still have a long way to go. A long way to go. All right. So after that, yeah, so that's all Bitcoin. But you guys know, besides Bitcoin, we got a lot of other crypto. All right. We got Ethereum, we got Solana, we got meme coins, we got a lot of other chains. At some point, the dominance is going to flip. And that's when others are going to get stronger, right? Ethereum has been very weak. A lot of people have been asking about Ethereum. I think Solana has absolutely eaten Ethereum's lunch. That's why Solana's interest is sky high right now. Meme coins interest sky high right now. But today, Ethereum got a little break, shot up today, 9%. So maybe that's the start of something. But I do still think Solana is going to have a very, very good cycle. But at some point, we're going to see more liquidity, more money going to the alts when Bitcoin dominance starts coming down a little bit, right? Just not at that point yet. We're being led by Bitcoin, and every cycle, that's how it is. Every cycle, we're led by Bitcoin, as it should be, because Bitcoin is the first and the greatest, and that's why I always preach, you gotta have Bitcoin in your portfolio no matter what. There's too many people that come in this cycle and only populate their portfolio with memes and alts, and that's not the right way to do it. You gotta have Bitcoin, you gotta have that stability in your portfolio, otherwise you're doing it wrong. And then when altcoin season comes, that's when the gains of alts take over. But before then, you go wish you had Bitcoin. And then also I saw Sui actually had an outage, a 2-hour outage, but it's been resolved since then. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's see, MicroStrategy, came down a little bit, plus 6%. Let's see if it's going to go back to double digits before the end of today. Let's see. Wall Street is selling off a little bit. Is Nvidia still up? Nvidia is still up barely though. 0.25%. Let's see. Robinhood is up a little bit. I think Wall Street wants to turn red today. I think that's why. But still, I think MicroStrategy is still gonna be way in the green today. And then Bitcoin is still holding at 97. And then ETH is still holding at plus 8-9%. And not a whole lot else is doing well. Arbitrum, Optimism still doing well. XRP, my favorite of all time, still not doing anything. And Cardano still not doing anything. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. Chester, my man. Do you think true parabolic run is when sexes run extremely low on BTC, BlackRock buys directly from miners, which is already happening? No, before, sex is never really, like last cycle, that never really happened. It just happens because people FOMO really hard. That's all it really matters. I guess that's what really happens. Just when you have way too many people buying, it doesn't mean that the sex is really run low. This cycle, however, I think that's going to happen because of the ETFs. Prior cycle, like the last cycle, we never had that problem because we never had ETFs. But I think this cycle, we are actually going to have that problem. When we do actually get into that, where the ETFs buy so much and Coinbase and Kraken and Gemini do not have enough to sell to them, that's when things really get out of control. I don't know what's really going to happen when that point occurs. I really don't. But I think it's going to happen in this cycle. Sometime in 2025, I think that's going to happen. I really don't know what they're going to do when that happens. They have to shut down the ETFs. They can't sell any more shares. Earlier super chat, Marcus asked, would you look at ADS, Alchemy, and DAG? Try to show you, couldn't find it. I looked at DAG before. They looked promising because they were working in the Air Force, but they never went anywhere. ADS, I don't know what ADS is. Alchemy? Alchemy? Creating a future of the ad-funded internet. Tokenized digital advertising. I'm going to stop right there. Anything that's in digital advertising, okay, is going to fail. Quite honestly, many projects have tried. They have all failed. No one can take on Google AdSense. That's just the reality. Even Microsoft tried with their billions and billions and billions of dollars. Yahoo tried with billions and billions of dollars. No one can solve it. So a lot of crypto projects already tried, even like Brave. Even with their billions of dollars that they raised, they failed. It's not going to work. DJ asks, I will never forget when PayPal started offering crypto last cycle, and that's when the parabolic phase started. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome. PayPal's still in crypto. They still allow crypto buying and trading, and they have their stable coin, even though I don't know anyone that uses it. I saw their booth. I think their stable coin is on Solana. I saw their booth at Breakpoint, but I don't know anyone that uses their stable coin. I really don't. Do you think, David asked, do you think with the coming regulation and mass adoption, there will be no more mass returns in the future? I mean, you mean for Bitcoin? Or do you think with alts? With alts, 50, 100x, there will always be, because there will be new coins coming out. So I don't agree with that. For Bitcoin, like 100x, that's probably going to be hard because that'll put it into like really high territory. At some point, maybe, like when it's all gone in 100+ years. But like right now, 100x probably be very hard. That would be put in, what, 10 million? Yeah, that would be like a while. Hey, Sol's up to 250. I missed that. I think that's pretty good. Where's Sol at? That's March high. Ooh, look at that Sol pump. Look at that volume right there. Out of nowhere. Hey, do I have a live? I think I have a play on Sol, I think. Or did I close it? If I closed it, I'd be mad. Oh no, I do. But a very small one. That didn't really help me. But that's nice. Sol is now back to its yeah, it's coming to its March high. March high was 260. It's getting close. Out of nowhere, we got a little soul pump. So that's positive. If it could break through that March high, that's very positive. So some of that money, so it looks like Bitcoin stalled a little bit, which is fine. Because yesterday we were struggling to break 95. So we're still like 2,000 points higher than yesterday. If some of that money comes out and goes into alts today, I'd be very happy. Because quite honestly, yesterday the alts got decimated. All the money got like, depleted, I guess. No, I should say all the money got sucked out of the alts and went to Bitcoin. Maybe some of the money comes out of Bitcoin and goes into alts today. That would actually be quite nice. Your prediction for SOL at the top of the cycle. I would say between 1,000 and 1,500. Very aggressively, maybe 2,000, but I don't know. I don't know if we could get that high. ETH did a little pump today. That's not bad, but still, ETH is way off from their March high, which is 4,100. Still a ways to go. But we did get a optimism pump, but optimism, even with that pump, is still so far off from March high. March high 488. It has to go up more than 100% to even get up there. Yeah, that just shows you how much the L2s got decimated since March. March, we actually had a really good mini altcoin season. And since then, things just got absolutely destroyed. AVAX hasn't really moved yet. Still kind of staying solid. Pepe moved up a little bit today, but still down from the recent pump. Oh my God. Microstrategy actually turned red today. Man, it has not turned red in a long time. Is it going to stay red today? Look at that pump. Since September till now, the craziest pump ever. Oh, no, it's not turning. It's barely red. Minus 0.8%. Today will be a really good day. If MicroStrategy actually turns red today will be a really good pickup day because it has not had a red day in a very long time. It went directly, look at this, from $334, which is a week ago, all the way up to $500. So it actually does need a breather, but Wall Street just won't let it have a breather. It just keeps on buying it. It's still in the green. It's plus 1% today. Wall Street will not let MicroStrategy have a breather. Colonel, how bullish are you on AVAX? I am still bullish on AVAX. I really do wish that it come back. I think there's someone at my door. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta end this soon because there's the repairman at my house. Let me finish these questions real quick. Will there be opportunity to buy MicroStrategy under 450 again? It could be today if there's a down day, but I don't think Wall Street wants to let MicroStrategy go. Today is barely down. If we have like a I'll tell you what, like from my perspective, if we have like a minus 10% day for MicroStrategy or a couple days, I'd be loading up on it. Like I just know next year, it's going to be a tremendous year for Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is only going to go up, but like you can see today, they're just not letting it go down to the negative. It's trying to go negative, but they're not letting it. But if it does, it would be, I would buy it. It would be a good buying opportunity. Control token ninja. Do you think the unique way control token is built, it could be possibly a name for itself in DeFi, new to the crypto world? I only can hold control in Bitcoin. I have no idea what control token is, and I have a feeling you do because your name is control token ninja. So I think you're trying to fool me and everyone else with that question. So I'm just going to ignore you. Are you swapping any of your BTC for MicroStrategy? No, because I have both. There's no reason you need to swap. Just have both. Citron announced they're shorting MSTR. Great show. Let them short. Let them short and get wrecked. That's what they that's what they deserve. Thoughts on Helium? Ooh, I haven't had anyone ask me about Helium for a while. I would say I like Helium Mobile. I don't know about Helium themselves anymore. Helium Mobile actually sounds really promising and people use it already. They already have actual people on their network using it. That's what's really amazing about it. But like Helium itself, I don't hear many people still mining it. Maybe people do, and that powers their 5G network. Oh, no. That powers their Wi-Fi mesh network. So, yeah. All right, guys. I got to go because this repair guy's here. I didn't think he would be here so fast. So, anyways, you know what? Today, starting out a little slow, but you know what? It's not slow. We're at 96.6, guys. To remind you guys, yesterday we were below 95. Actually, we started out yesterday at like 94 something. So we're definitely way higher than yesterday. But the good thing is we're starting to see a little bit of energy into the alts today. That's good. ETH went up a little bit. Solana went up a little bit. Maybe XRP's will go up a little bit. And you know what? Tonight is another opportunity for Bitcoin to go up to $100,000. And it's going to get excited once again. If we break $100,000 tonight, we're going to do something special. I may have to strip for you guys on air. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be doing that. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And before I leave, check this message out.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.